to another episode of the Glambitious podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, head over to theglamceo.com to check out the many opportunities we have to elevate your voice, brand, and business as an entrepreneur. We have live events, magazine opportunities, the works, and I want you to be in our ecosystem. As you know, my goal is always to introduce dynamic women from around the world that you can work with and connect with, and today is no different. Miss Ciara, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about who you are.
My name is Ciara Lewis, and I am the CEO and founder of Fierce and Fearless magazine. And I also own a medical billing and credentialing business, KL Consulting LLC. And I've been doing, billing for about 15 years. Just recently started doing the magazine in June. So December will make our 6-month anniversary. And I'm just super excited about the journey it's going to take me on.
That's awesome. What inspired you to start the magazine?
So I'm a victim of domestic violence and abuse, and writing actually is what saved me from that. Actually, it just saved my whole life in general. And so I wanted to find a way that I could help other women to be able to find their voice and kind of remember who they truly are and what their power is. And so I thought, what better way to do that than with a magazine? I feel like it's a different form of art and a different way to, get your story out. So.
Awesome, awesome. Are there other things that you cover in the magazine?
Oh, yes, we cover a lot of things in the magazine. We try not to stay focused on just business. So we are looking at adding a couple of new sections into the magazine. So like December, or not December, I'm sorry, November, we were actually introducing our Men of Impact section. So that'll be an exciting piece coming. And then we have a couple more surprises that'll be coming, but we will not be announcing those probably until around the end of the year.
Okay, awesome. And how can people like check out the magazine, follow it on social media and so forth?
So you can view the magazine at fierceandfearlessentrepreneur.com, or you can follow me on Fierce and Fearless Entrepreneur at or on Instagram and Facebook. Um, and then it's not, you can purchase a print copy. The copies aren't actually physically in the store yet. That's something else we're working on, but you can purchase those at Amazon, Walmart, Target, and Barnes and Noble.
Awesome, awesome. What advice would you give someone else who is thinking about starting their first magazine?
Um, just know it's not an easy task. It is definitely not. It's something that definitely takes a lot of thought. Pulling the right team together. I can definitely tell you that some of the struggles that I had, especially with the first couple of issues. So yeah, just definitely take your time, find the topic that you want to stay focused on, and then, just kind of build your team from there until you get exactly. Oh, and most definitely try to collect your referrals ahead of time for sure.
Fantastic. And I think that's great advice for any business or any new effort that you're starting for sure. And just to give yourself, grace and patience with the process because sometimes we have these great ideas and we expect them to, really just come together overnight, but you have to give yourself patience and grace for the process. Now, I know you also have an event coming up. Tell us about that.
So we actually decided to do something special, especially since this will be our first event and our 6-month anniversary coming. So we're doing a sponsorship event to where our sponsors donate either an item or a service of their choice, and of course of their value. And in return, we provide free advertising, which will include 2 features in the magazine, a feature on our website and our social media, a mention in our press release at the end of the year, and then also mentioned at our event.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Is there anything else people should know about the event?
The event will be December the 19th at 7:30 Eastern time. You can find that on Eventbrite, and it should also be posted on my Facebook as well.
And is this in person or virtual?
It's virtual.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So anyone from anywhere can tune in and participate.
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. So as you know, you're on your journey of, having a business, starting a new effort, planning an event. How do you find balance, with all of these things going on?
It's challenging sometimes. But I have learned to, take that second and breathe because I know that, if our mental health is not where it needs to be, if our body's not where it needs to be, then we cannot do what we need to do for our business, better yet, our clients. And so I do make sure I take out, a couple of hours a week, for self-care, whether it's being soaking in the bath or, meditating or, going outside and grounding, I do make sure I do something of that nature.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, Sierra, I definitely applaud you for managing all the things and pursuing the ideas that you have because oftentimes, people can get a little stuck and not actually move forward on the great ideas that they have. So I applaud you for moving forward on the great ideas that you have because those ideas are going to elevate others and help others. So I just want to encourage you to keep going, keep showing up because the work that you're doing definitely matters. Just for one more time, if you could tell everyone how they could follow you, connect with you, or if there's any closing thoughts you want to share.
So you can reach me at fierceandfearlessentrepreneur.com. You can follow me at Fierce and Fearless Entrepreneur on Instagram and Facebook. And you can also call us at 606-767-5023 as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. So everyone make sure that you connect with Ciara. She's also going to be participating with one of our virtual events in November. So you will see her face again for sure. And like I said, if this was your first time tuning into the Glambitious podcast, make sure you visit theglamceo.com to join our email list and stay connected with the brand. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Glambitious podcast.